Welcome back to Cooking with Goldie. Today I decided to really do something that many people just find a major challenge, and that's making pan gravy. Normally they always talk about taking your drippings from your chicken or your pork chops, whatever you're doing, and putting your flour in there and making a roux with it. Well, I've watched so many people do it, and it ends up so lumpy. And every time I tried to do it, like they were showing on the cooking shows, it came out lumpy. So I improvised. I've taken about, a quarter cup of bacon grease. I always have bacon grease in the refrigerator because it's a great seasoning to cook with. And I'm melting it here in the skillet. And then, something that I've done beforehand too, is I've taken one of those Knorr chicken bouillon cubes with a can of chicken broth, adding enough water to take it up to 2 cups, and putting it in the microwave and heating it for 3 minutes so that that bouillon cube is going to totally dissolve. And then I took about half a cup of flour and mixed it with water so it's nice and kind of thin, creamy there with it, because we're not going to do the roux with it. Because what actually makes the pan gravy thick is the flour cooking with it. So I've got my grease in there, and I'm going to add my milk to this. I'm going to use a can of evaporated milk. Evaporated milk is what really makes it. Gives it that rich flavor in here. And something else, we're not going to need to have salt in here because of the bouillon cube, but you're going to need a lot of black pepper. So I'm going to take, I love lots of black pepper. Bruce doesn't, so I have to add more later, but I put a little bit in there with it. And now I'm going to add my flour and water mixture with this, and I'm going to turn this heat up to medium high. I want to get this to start cooking. Now, one of the things, once you've added that flour with it, you must continue to work with it. If not, you're going to end up with little balled up pieces of flour on the bottom, and it will be lumpy. Now, pan gravy, you may not think of this, but pan gravy is wonderful over meatloaf. Bruce loves it, and the kids love it with over biscuits. They even like it with scrambled eggs. Pan gravy goes good with just about anything except fish and seafood. Yeah, but it's great. Now I'm going to go ahead. This really hasn't started thickening much yet, but because this is so hot, I'm adding my broth and bouillon mixture there with this, and this is going to start heating up. Now, once it starts bubbling, you want it to almost be like at a low boil for about 5 minutes in there, because you want that flour to cook. If not, it's not going to be thick, and it's not going to taste very good. But this will thicken up beautifully. And if you do not have enough flour in there, all you have to do is just add a little bit more flour and water to your cup, and just add a tiny bit at a time with that. But this is going to cook up here, and we're going to turn off the camera for just a minute so that this is cooking, so that you're not bored. Okay, we're back now. This is 10 minutes later, and our pan gravy has thickened up, and it's ready to be served over meat, mashed potatoes, biscuits, anything your little heart desires. So I hope that this has made it really easy for you to make pan gravy. No lumps, no bumps, just delicious. So enjoy.